Hey y'all, so the heat press behind me is Vevor's latest heat press. It is an auto press, and y'all, we are going to be testing this out today. Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. I'm Patrice. If this is your first time here, welcome. Please be sure to look at the other content, and if you enjoy that content, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. And also, I hope you see something that you enjoy and you choose to hit the subscribe button. For my returning subscribers and members, hey y'all, welcome back. So today we are going to be putting Vevor's latest heat press to the test. Now I've already unboxed it, but I have not plugged it in, turned it on, nothing. And I must say that it actually looks a little bit similar to another heat press that we might have seen in the past. But this heat press came with really just 4 things in the box. It came with the heat press itself. Actually, this I think is the power button, and also you're able to adjust the time and temp probably with it. And so that's just 1. This is all attached. So that's 1 and 2, and the power cord. That's pretty much it. It was pretty easy for me to take out of the box. I could not wait for y'all. So I went ahead and I opened it up. So you guys don't have to see me opening up any cardboard boxes today. Everything is all set. And we also have the manual that I have not opened yet. So let's get ready to get this started and test out a few things. All right, y'all. So here's an overview of the machine. I am going to now plug it in. All right, so we are going to plug it in over here on the back side of the machine. So it's connected over here towards the bottom. All right, guys, so it's plugged in, and we're going to press the power button. So now it's on, and once I turned it on, it automatically opened up. Let's look a little closely at it. So we have the bottom plate, and I guess this adds more pressure to it. So this is 1 heating pad, or I think maybe this is just to help with pressure. And then we have another top layer there also. So that's going to go right there. And then you have the platen at the top. So to begin setting the temperature, you would turn it a half turn to the right. And as you see, the temperature started lighting up, and that's the only thing displayed. And so to increase the temperature, we're going to turn it to the right, or you turn it to the left. And so our first project is going to be some sublimation, and so we're going to leave it there. Now to adjust the time, we're going to turn it to the left, like a half turn to the left, and as you see, now the time is displayed, and so we're going to reduce that to about 45 seconds. When it's ready, it will start to beep. And now we can get ready to press our first shirt. Now I can say it smells a little funny at first. Maybe a lot funny at first. Not sure why, but it does smell at first. Alright guys, so no matter what, you want to make sure you protect your heat press. And I am going to place a piece of butcher paper on top. And then we are going to place our tank top on top as well. Don't ask me where I found this tank top. I just found it somewhere. This is a 100% polyester tank top. And I'm just going to lint roll it. Of course, you want to pre-press the shirt. And so to pre-press it, I'm just going to press down. So I pressed on this little knob first. And we're only going to let that go for a few seconds. Right? So you can bring it back up even if you just pre-press it. So the temperature did go down, and so I need for it to go back up. And so I just turned the knob to bring it back to 380. While it's heating up, we'll prep our shirt. And so I'm just going to use this design. I actually printed this out over a year ago. So for those of you who are interested in seeing how long you can keep a sublimation print, you will see how this prints today, or how this presses today. So I'm just going to tape it down with a little bit of heat tape because I don't want it to shift. And now we're going to get ready and place another piece of butcher paper on top. And to make it come down, all I did was press the top. And now it's counting down. As you see, the temperature decreased as it's been pressing, but it is counting down. Okay, so we are all done with our first press, and that was pressed at 380 degrees, as you guys saw. So let's see how this comes out. I must have had something on my shirt there. Not sure what was on the shirt. I think that did not lint roll in that area good. But y'all, I am pretty impressed with the outcome. I am pretty impressed with it. So I did not place a piece of butcher paper on the inside, but that is something you may want to do. I typically don't, but that does prevent any ink from going through the back of the shirt. And this is what we have, y'all. So this was the sublimation press, and it actually looks really, really good. It looks great, actually. Except I had something on the shirt. I didn't lint roll. That's why lint rolling is super important. Please lint roll really good. Any area that's going to go underneath your press. But that looks amazing, y'all. Absolutely amazing. Alright guys, so next up we're going to be pressing some rhinestones, of course. And I'm going to leave this butcher paper here. Now the only thing I can say, this does not slide out. The bottom plate doesn't slide out, which I think that would be awesome. But so far the first press looks pretty decent. So we're going to get our lint roller, and I am going to lint roll the shirt. Now the design that I have now is going to be a little bit larger, I think, than the 12 inches that we have here. And let's get ready to press our design. And so it's right there at the edge. There's still a little at the top. So we are going to see how this will press onto this shirt. So for this one, we need to turn that temperature down to 350. We're going to first, let's set the time. I forgot to adjust the temperature. You have to turn it a half circle to the right. For the time, it's a half circle to the left, or a quarter circle. So we're going to do, all right, perfect. And so we're going to reduce that to 350. All right, guys, so we're all set. And I'm just going to press it down. Alright, so we're all done, and this is a warm peel. So let's see if those stayed on. Wow. And they all remained on. And y'all, this looks absolutely beautiful. So just because this is like my first time using this, I may want to just go ahead and give this another press. You also may want to place some butcher paper inside just to prevent that adhesive from sticking onto the back side of the shirt. But for the most part, y'all, that looks beautiful. Looks absolutely beautiful. Alright guys, so the next one we're going to be trying out is some HTV, and like our other materials, we're just going to give this a lint blow. I think I want to press it on this side. Alright, so we're going to give it a quick pre-press. Alright, so next we're going to press this gnome here, and y'all, this gnome has been weeded out for a long time, since maybe Valentine's 2021, so we're going to test him out. So let's get ready to press. Alright, so we're done, and let's peel it off. And this was a warm press. Okay, and that one weeded out or pressed pretty good. I may turn it over on the back and just let it press one more time just to make sure. I'll turn it this way. Alright, now that is all done. Alright, so our final press is going to be a DTF print, and I'm actually going to turn the shirt sideways because the print is pretty long. We're going to be doing a front and back press. And I want it to fit. I do know that it's not longer than 15 inches, which this is 15 inches wide. But I want to be sure. So I'm not placing any butcher or parchment paper on the inside. You can do that to prevent any of that adhesive from sticking through, but I'm pretty used to how this presses on these types of shirts. So I'm just going to give it a pre-press. And now we're going to place our design on the back. I don't know if this will cause a pressure issue, so I'm just going to bring that off of the edge just to prevent it from causing an issue. Okay, so now we are going to get ready to press as we would any other shirt. All right, so we're going to let this cool off. I'm going to remove it from the press because the bottom plate is still pretty warm. So we're going to remove this from there, and I'm going to let it cool off. All right, y'all, so it's cooled off, and let's see if it peels off. Okay. It looks like it's peeling off. So I am going to need to do a second press. Alright guys, so now it's time for us to press it again with the parchment paper. And I'm just going to push it down for about 10 seconds. Okay, y'all, so in the middle of unboxing and recording, I remembered that I had a premiere, and so now you guys kind of get a behind the scenes look at what usually happens while I'm recording. I'm usually doing 2 or 3 things at one time. So we are going to go ahead and press the front part of our DTF shirt while we are also watching and interacting in the premiere. I will be pressing this at 325 degrees for about 20 seconds for the first press, and this is kind of convenient because I didn't have to even lift it up. I really like the fact that it is an automatic lift. So we're going to remove the shirt and we're going to let that cool off. Now that it has cooled off, we peeled the film off and we're going to press it for the second time using the parchment paper, and it came out beautiful. The colors look amazing and I'm liking this heat press. Alright y'all, so do I love the new Vevor auto press? I do. There are some things that's like, I wish it had a pull drawer so that you can pull it out, but the top does lift wide enough so that you don't have to really worry about touching the top plate. So that's good. But honestly, I like it. It's a 15 by 12, and I thought that the size was going to be too small for me, but the size is perfectly fine. As you all saw, for the most part, this is the very first test. So I didn't have any major pressure issues, but I do need to try it with some materials that are a little bit thicker. But as far as shirts are concerned, y'all, let's take a look. Okay, so our DTF shirt turned out amazing. It feels great. It feels just like my other heat presses. No pressure concern there. Everything peeled the way that it should. So I'm happy about that. Actually, I'm thrilled. Also, our HTV. The HTV pressed fine. I was a little worried, and that's just on me. So I wanted to make sure that I pressed it again from the back, and y'all, it came out great. It came out great. Okay, next. Y'all know I had to try the bling with it, because if it doesn't pass the bling test, it's got to go. And guess what? It passed the bling test. Now, I do have to be aware and cautious and cognizant of the space that I'm going to be placing this on. It's not a huge space. It's a 15 by 12, but guess what? It got the job done, and y'all, look. That bling doesn't make any sense. It's the Finer Things bling from the baby's booty, and I absolutely love it. All the stones are intact, and I did go ahead and press it a second time. That was thunder. So I did go and press this a second time, and it looks beautiful. And finally, y'all know I had to try it with Sublimation, and that didn't disappoint at all. So none of my presses disappointed me tonight. Sublimation, Bling, HTV, and DTF, they all pressed amazingly with the Vevor Auto Press. Now it is small. That's the one thing that I do like about it, because this can pretty much go in, you know, different places and not take up too much space. So I do like that. But if you like larger heat presses, then this is not going to be for you. I do like the auto feature of it, how it opens up when it's done. It also shuts off after 30 minutes of non-usage. So that's also a bonus, that you don't have to, you know, you shouldn't just leave it on idly, but you know, things happen. You may take a phone call or anything is going to shut off for you. I gotta use it a little more. I do need to use it a little more just to make sure that I absolutely love it. But for right now, yo, it got 4 things done for me in no time. Yo, look at that bling. Wow. But it got 4 things done for me in no time, and I really don't have anything too negative to say about it, except that it doesn't have a pull-out drawer. Let me make sure it doesn't. Also, it does smell a little bit. So it does have an odor, but that could be first time use, maybe first, second, third, fourth time use. I'll let you guys know as I use it more. I do plan on trying this out, using it a lot more to see how it works. Y'all, I originally bought this to take to the school with me for our craft room at the school, and I don't think this is going anymore. I think I'm going to keep it here because I do like it. It's convenient, and it even fits on my craft desk. So what more could I ask for? If you're interested in this machine, I will have a link listed below inside of the description so that you can go and check it out and see if this is a machine for you or not. But it was super easy to take out of the box, super easy to get started, and super easy to press my items. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Also, make sure to head over to Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok and join Craftable Things there as well. In addition, if you are not yet a subscriber to this channel, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and hit the subscribe button that's listed below, right below this video. But that's it for today, y'all. Thank you all so very much for watching. Until next time.